Hello, how you doing out there? It is Darren and Joe at Urban Hillsides Real Estate with another edition of, yes, Real Estate Reality, every Thursday, 2 p.m. Thanks for joining us. Now and later, we do record this, so check it out. Darren, how you doing over there, my brother?
Doing good, buddy. I just noticed we both have some square line on our shirt. I'm wearing a Monster shirt. I think you got something different there.
I don't want to brand it, but yeah, this is a production company called Humble. I thought that's funny.
Got it.
So, guys, we've got a special guest today. First, I'm going to do the disclaimer and just get that over with. I know you're all waiting for it. Darren, I actually changed the voice.
I love it.
Yeah, let's see how it sounds now. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Screen. Tab audio. All right. I do a lot of talking to myself, Darren. I don't know if you've noticed that.
It's all right. It's okay. It's soothing, I can tell.
A lot of people do it, right? Right. It's not just me, right? Or is it me? Maybe it's just me.
It really doesn't matter either way, man.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Darren Hubert and Joe Klon.
It's not there. Hold on, boys.
That was it. It was just echoing.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Present. Yeah, share screen. This is what I'm going to do. Entire screen. Move it over here. And here, tab audio. All right. Well, let's give it a go. All right.
And you're our real estate agents at Avenue 8 under the Urban Hillsides brand.
Yes.
All opinions expressed by Urban Hillsides or guests on this video are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Avenue 8. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Urban Hillsides as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of Urban Hillsides team's opinions. This video is for informational purposes only.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
Wow.
Just another thrilling part of the show that I always add. So sorry about that, guys. Here we go. I'm going to introduce to you guys a new member of our team. This is pretty historic because when did I become a team member, Darren? About 8 years ago.
Yes.
A couple decades ago. So very important for us. We want to introduce to you, Lorenzo Rancis. How you doing, Lorenzo?
Hey guys, I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me on to the live stream today. Excited to be here.
Yeah.
By the way, Millie sounds like she's driving around town on a speakerphone, telling people to get out of their houses. So, but it was great.
Yeah, it's the free version. Maybe if I pay a couple bucks, I'll get a better version of Millie. We'll see. But look, man, thanks for coming in here. We just wanted to introduce you not only to our group, but to your people, and show this team effect. I guess the first thing I just wanted to ask you, and I'm sure you're pretty much an expert on it, is who's Lorenzo?
Yeah, hey guys. My name is Lorenzo. I'm from the Valley. I grew up here. I went to Alamany High School in Mission Hills. I went to UCLA. I never really left LA. I lived in different places and just, LA's home for me. And I live in the Valley and, right near the Northridge Hospital. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here.
One thing I never. What's the name of your fiance? What's her name?
Her name is Rachel, and she's a marketing guru. We have a golden doodle named Cappy, who's 2.5 years old. He's kind of the center of our household. And we both work from home. It's kind of our hobbies vary from watching sports. We're really into Formula One now. We started watching this Netflix show. Yeah, it's great.
So am I.
Such great drama on that show.
I'm actually thinking of going down to Mexico City to see the Formula One there. I heard it's really good.
Yeah,
good
that's
situation. We'll see. We'll see. It's
yeah,
October.
that's gonna be a fun time.
Now, my real question to you is: you binge watch TV? I read on your bio. Does your dog watch TV with you?
He does. He actually, when we leave him alone, we put on movies or shows that are kind of have blue shades on them. So a lot of Avatar. Plus, that's long anyway, and he will literally
Yeah.
sit there and he will watch.
Very
We
cool.
see him on the cameras and we see him watching TV, so he loves it too. It's probably bad for his eyes though, as a dog, because he can't get glasses. But you know,
Well, one thing we do with our dogs is we put on YouTube, and then there's dog TV, and it's dogs doing everything that we're not doing with our dogs. I don't know if it makes them happy or sad, but all right. And now the next question is, based on your background, what do you bring to clients?
yeah, so I have a pretty extensive background in public relations and communications. So I feel like for my clients, what I can bring is I'm a great communicator, not only with them throughout the entire process, but also with the other side, the other agents that we're working with, because ultimately we're all in one team. We want the deal to close, and we want to do it in a fun and a nice and respectful way for everybody. And so I kind of
Right.
pride myself in being able to bridge the gap whenever it needs to be bridged with clients and different
Cool.
agents. So yeah, that's kind of what I pride myself on.
Right on. And then finally, well, two more questions. Why did you select Urban Hillsides as a team? Why did you join?
Yeah, I
We
think it
we
was.
picked you as well, but let's
Yeah,
start.
yeah, yeah. I think it was our initial meeting over Zoom, and then kind of meeting up in person. Kind of did it for me in terms of I feel like the three of us share pretty common values, and very very personable, and we all want the same thing. We all really care about clients. And you guys are really well accomplished, and I wanted to be part of that, and I wanted to learn as much as I could from you guys, and kind of hopefully contribute to your already
Yeah.
ongoing success. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to learn as much as I can.
Cool. Well, we're definitely bullish on you, and yeah, we hope to help each other. Absolutely. And then, the schmaltzy stuff. What are the things that you love about real estate? We can talk about the hate stuff, but let's go with the love.
Yeah, I think what I love about it might sound cheesy, but it's just ultimately, we have clients, and it's our job to help them. And
Mm-hmm.
when they purchase these properties, these homes, houses, they're not just, at least to me, and I know to you guys as well, they're not just houses to them. A lot of the time they're homes, and you want to, you're kind of there for this huge chapter in their life. And I don't know, it feels great to meet new clients, to be able to help them get into a place that
Yeah.
is comfortable for their family, for themselves, that they feel safe in. I feel like that's something that's really understated. It's not just a transaction; it's something that is a really huge, for a lot of people. It's the biggest purchase they'll ever make in their lives.
Yeah.
For their loved ones, for
Yeah.
themselves. So I think that ultimately is what
Yeah.
makes me really love real estate, and just being out there. And it's one of those things that you can't really sit idly by and watch. You have to go meet people. You got to talk to people. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a combination of those things, I think.
Well, I know you worked with a lot of first-time home buyers, so I know that's a real good feel good there. And for us, whether it's a $3 million house or it's a $600,000 starter house, sometimes it doesn't really matter. That first home is a really special thing, and it's a great moment to help people. So I agree. Anything else, Darren, you can think of?
Oh, I'm just a bystander in all this, man. You guys keep going, man. You're taking care of business.
No, I think we're kind of done.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're really excited for you, Lorenzo, and we're going to make this work. I know we're going to make this work really well.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm really excited for what's gonna be coming in the future. And I appreciate you guys for having me on today.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks for
Well,
being a
take
part of
care.
the
We'll see
team.
you later. Bye now. See ya. All right. Well, that was nice. Historic. Like I said, man. That's awesome.
He's a good guy. He's smart. He's knowledgeable, and he is caring. When you combine effort with ability, you're ultimately going to get some results and desire. And I see that
Yeah.
in him. So I think he's going to be a very successful agent.
Awesome. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Well, look, guys, just to run down the list, we are going to talk about solds in the last 7 days. Look at the local market. Right before that, we're going to talk about actives that Darren feels are very interesting, whether a value or just interesting. We'll see. And then, of course, there is a topic, and we're going to talk about mortgage rates, right? Some big stuff there. So let's start there with the mortgage rates. I'm going to go run off to Mortgage News Daily. Let's take a look at that. And let's see. We'll go to mortgage rates. We'll start with the 30-year just to get a 30,000-foot view of it all. And the graph has gone down a bit. That's beautiful. So right now, according to mortgagenewsdaily.com, they do a survey nationally. They look at the 30-year now at 6.87%. We were, I believe, let's see.
We're
6
up to
point,
7.2.
Yeah, I think the last time we talked about it was 7.12. Yeah, somewhere around there. So some good progress there. At least we dipped down. And you can see the good is green going down the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
I can't see it, Joe, on the screen, by the way.
Oh,
I'm just listening
sorry,
to
guys. I am so into it, I just don't even realize. Here we go. Share screen. Entire screen to... There we go. So, yeah. Do you see it now? There it is.
Yep. Yeah.
So 6.87%. We were, I believe, a while back, somewhere around 7.12, 7.09. And it looks like, at least by the daily results, we've been going down, which is nice to see.
It's been a good trend, all triggered by lower inflation, jobs numbers that didn't exceed expectations again, and then the potential of a non-additional rate hike from the Fed later this month. But that's still kind of neutral, in my opinion, as far as where it's going to go. But the Fed rate, even if they do increase, doesn't always directly affect mortgage rates. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool. All right, well, let's look at the rest of it. There it is, 30-year fix, 6.87%, down 0.09. 15-year fix, 6.28%. 30-year jumbo, 6.88%. 5/1 ARM, 6.95%. 30-year FHA, 6.5%, and 30-year VA, 6.49. If we look at the trend, there it is, positive. MBS prices are significantly stronger. Those are mortgage-backed securities. And the strong upward movement in MBS should result in lower mortgage rates for today. So, just for today. We'll see what happens in the future. Great. There we go. All right, next, we are going to, let's see here, run off to our topic. Let me pull that up. The topic is, let's see, rent relief. Okay. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. Let's see. Share. Pull up. So you found, I believe it was an AOL, was it AOL.com you sent me?
I just Googled and that's okay. That was the source of it, but it was really about the video and talking about rates and how it's affecting rent, how it's affecting cost of living, and what they define as a burdened level. The topic I keep hearing from our local council member in CD13 here pretty consistently as a benchmark.
Let's see. Do this. Boom. I'm going to present. Share the screen. Your tab audio. There it goes. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and play the video. And like you said, I think that kind of explains it all. So, we need an ad, of course. Someone's got to.
The right support can give you confidence in the
Can you
face
hear it
of
all right?
uncertainty.
Yes.
As a Citigold client, a dedicated team will help you navigate the market so you can be ready for that next step.
It's coming in. Any moment now.
Yeah, I've seen these videos get frozen at times and not come in.
It's so funny. You know, you pay for 1 gig of internet down, and then, yeah, you get this.
I don't think it's the internet issue on that.
No?
No, I've had these issues before on these videos.
No. Do you hear that?
No.
Yeah.
Cute, lightweight, comfortable
There it
frames, and the best part is you can change up your look. You get a few toppers, the possibilities are endless. The combos that you can come up with.
Can you skip that ad, Joe? I think it gives you a
Here solved everything I don't like about being a glasses
It
wearer,
doesn't
which
give you
is
that
looking
choice, my
the
friend.
same every day. It's no fun.
All right, now I can skip the ad. All right.
There we go.
The latest inflation data revealing a cooling in the housing market, but prices are still too high for many Americans. Here to explain the latest numbers and what's ahead for the rental market, Yahoo Finance's Rebecca Chen. Rebecca, in this report, we are seeing costs moderate just a bit, but they're still very high for so many people out there who are trying to rent their homes.
Yes, that's correct, Shada. So what we're seeing from this morning's inflation number is that housing inflation has definitely been cooling down. But what that means really is prices are still growing, but at a way moderate level that we have seen in the past 2 years. The inflation data shows that the housing inflation is about 0.4. And this is sort of a good news, bad news. The overall inflation compared to last month was 0.2. So we are still higher than what we're seeing for the general number, but it is coming down from last month. So again, we are saying that this is sort of prices are coming down, but it is not coming down enough. And one thing that we always pay attention to is the rental inflation. In this month, it was 0.5 compared to last month. And what that really means is rent could be stabilizing for the time being, and that is what the data are showing. And what the experts have been saying is that this is the slowest gain in the last 7 months. So we are seeing some kind of relief coming for the renter, but we are definitely everybody is hoping for more relief if you're looking on the market for a house.
Rebecca, we've been talking so much about the new construction that's coming online because of the lack of inventory. How's that likely to improve prices?
The new construction that are coming online, while it does give a little bit more supply on the market, but what the problem with new construction is that a lot of those are luxury apartments. What that means is these are the apartments that's going to ask for premium rents from their renters. So in terms of affordability, they're not exactly affordable for everybody, but it does sort of give a little bit more supply on the market, and that will bring down prices a little bit in the future.
Becca, when we talk about everything that's going on with affordability right now, where people can spend, where they can't spend, what are you seeing just on a regional basis? And when we talk about new homes, new home construction, just how much that maybe will alleviate some of the pressures and the affordability issues that we have seen?
That's a great question, Shada. What we are seeing in terms of region is that the West prices are coming down. And the Northeast prices are still fairly moderate and going up a little bit. And places in the Southeast, such as Florida and North Carolina, these places are definitely seeing a little bit more of a pricing crunch. So in terms of affordability, we are seeing more constructions that are coming online for different cities, especially the pandemic boomtowns that were extremely popular 2 years ago, in like Austin. So we are expecting these places where a lot of constructions are coming online, the prices to pull back on them. But other places, areas where both prices and construction are still seeing a little bit of a crunch, renters and buyers might still have a struggling issue with affordability there.
Rebecca
All
Chen,
right.
thanks so much for that.
All right, well, there we go. So, what do you have to say about that, Darren?
Well, it's definitely, she's correct that anything new coming online, one of the big issues with building more and relieving the cost burden from both the renter and the homeowner perspective is that nobody's going out there and saying, let me build the cheapest thing possible and
right.
sell it to the middle.
Right.
That's the reality. I think she was appropriate in identifying that the bottom line is you increase supply and it will balance out the market a little bit. It's the supply-demand curve that's continually pushing things up at this point. But it could be that the newer, more expensive things are coming online, and you hope that people move up to those, which opens up some of the lower priced spaces.
Right.
So we didn't quite get to what she identifies as a cost burden percentage. But inflation ultimately is being down is helping all of this. But it could, if it stays down for a period of time, put more upward pressure yet again on house prices.
Right. Well, I found this article to support that idea of cost burden. So, Darren, cost burden is what the Fed or what the, I forget, HDC or the labor statistics people call what? Cost burden is percentage of housing to their...
Cost of housing compared to
their
income.
Salary.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And the number they've used, both for renters or owners, and this is a very old number, and it just so does not relate to today's expectations, is you shouldn't pay more than 33% of your income towards housing costs. Again, either mortgage or rent. But gosh, as long as I've been, at least for 30 years, I can say where I've been a true homeowner / renter in that time frame, that number is pretty consistently in the 50% range. And if you can make the shift to ownership, that 50% over time becomes lessened. So you start today at 50%. The reality is we're typically in a semi-inflationary environment. 10 years from now, if you have the same salary and the same mortgage and you haven't refinanced, you're probably, you can assume your salary is going to go up a little bit because of inflation. Doesn't always. But because of that and your payments fixed, your percentage of housing costs is going to go down.
Right. Well, I found this on CNN. It kind of amends what you're talking about. So renters are being hit harder by inflation than homeowners.
Yes.
Right? Renters and homeowners are experiencing inflation differently, according to new data from Bank of America Institute. And unsurprisingly, renters are taking the hit. Using Bank of America internal data to identify homeowners and renters by housing-related payments in bank accounts, mortgage payments, homeowner association fees, or rent payments, analysts found that a wedge has opened between spending by renters and homeowners. Renters are seeing weaker spending growth outside of housing. Two things are causing the split. First, the majority of homeowners' monthly payments have not risen. As you said, the cost of renting has surged. Rent inflation jumped from around 2% year-over-year increase in 2021 to 8.8% year-over-year in March 2023, according to the Consumer Price Index, although it has moderated marginally in recent months. Meanwhile, the majority of U.S. homeowners with outstanding mortgage balances have fixed interest rates that were locked in at ultra-low levels prior to the slew of recent interest rate hikes from the Federal Reserve. Higher inflation and interest rate hikes have caused mortgage rates to climb from an average rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage of 2.65% in January 2021, lowest average weekly rate since the beginning of Freddie Mac's records going back to 71, to last week 6.81, according to Freddie Mac. Analysts say those homeowner households are not yet feeling the direct impact from rising rates. Only the handful of total homeowners who got a mortgage after early 2022, or those with floating mortgages, mortgage rates rather, a very small number, are feeling pinched. Secondly, if a typical mortgage payment is higher than a typical monthly rent payment because renters' income tends to be less than homeowners, more renters put a larger share of their income toward rent than homeowners put towards mortgage payments. That's leading renters to pull back on their discretionary spending more than homeowners, according to the Bank of America Institute. What else? Well, renters are becoming cost burdened, which means households are paying more than 30% of their income toward housing, generally considered to be a financially sound share. How high housing costs hit renters hardest. Nearly half of renters, an estimated 49%, are cost burdened, according to a recent report from the Joint Center for Housing Studies at Harvard. Between 2019 and 2020, The most recent data available, the number of cost-burdened renters increased by 1.2 million to a record 21.6 million. Among these, 11.6 million were severely cost-burdened, meaning they spent more than 50% of their income on housing. Although the share of renter households experienced cost burdens had been steadily declining over the past decade, the trend reversed during the pandemic. So, well, that kind of gives you what you need.
I'll say this: what gets me about that number, and it's not complicated. When you go to apply for a mortgage to purchase a house, the baseline to qualify for a mortgage is that your payment cannot exceed 50% of your income. So why do they continue to use this 33% number or 30% number for renters? It's not real. And you know, they talk about how renters have been more impacted by the inflationary numbers. Sure, outside of the housing market in Los Angeles, if you were a renter pre-pandemic, and I say that because rents have not increased in Los Angeles for 4 years.
Right.
So they haven't felt that burden at all. And their income has risen 3 times in that same time span. So renters in LA that have rented property for more than, that started renting property before the pandemic have not felt the burden of inflation.
Right. They had a pause there, for sure.
Right. It's been more the landlords who are feeling that burden because all of their costs have risen tremendously to maintain the buildings and to pay water and to pay for everything related to the buildings while they have not been able to increase rents.
Well, it goes on here to talk about spending, homeowners versus renters. Obviously, renters are hobbled right now. I was reading something, I don't know, it was somebody on a board for the Fed saying that spending is keeping the economy up right now. So
and it's not that I don't have empathy towards renters and the cost. I think that cost should be lower. I always feel like I have to defend my position because these politicians in Los Angeles who created this, who established this, have basically said those who own property have to pay for this burden. And that to me says it's very easy to put the blame on someone else. But overall, as a city, we have not absorbed that burden equally. And that, to me, would justify people saying, yes, this is a burden we should all absorb. It's easy to stand out there and proclaim victimhood and continually say somebody else should absorb this burden. It needs to be resolved, but it's not going to be resolved by landlords paying for the burden continuously.
Right. Yeah, we all got to figure this out together. All right, well, it closes out with a little bit of hope maybe for renters, although I don't think it'll be enough. As the share of homeowners who have bought a home with higher mortgage costs increase and rent inflation moderates as the Fed winds down its rate hikes, the analysts say some convergence between the spending growth rates for the two groups is likely. I'm not going to hold my breath for that, but okay. All right, well, there you go. I think that was a good one, man. Definitely. Let me move on to our, I'll call it Sold's top picks. Let me move on here. So we always start with the local market. The local market for us here is Northeast Los Angeles, communities of Silver Lake, Echo Park, Los Feliz, over to Eagle Rock, Highland Park, Cypress Park, Montecito Heights, all those great neighborhoods. And so, I guess just to bring it down to the summary, we had 21 solds in the last 7 days, up from 15 last week. Pendings, 17 this week, last week 16, so not a huge move there. And then actives, 27 actives in the last 7 days, a pickup from last week's 20. If we look at days on market, we're back to that 2-week or 14-day days on market for median. Here it's 13. And then in terms of prices, the median percentage of list price is at 107%. So pretty steady. We're still in a seller's market, at least by median prices. Any other observations over the last 7 days, Darren? Anything else from this?
I feel like there's going to be a little bit of an uptick if rates stay down. We've seen an increase in inventory, and that inventory will be absorbed if rates stay under 7. Certainly, if they float to mid 6s, but it's still volatile. In the end, that's one thing we do keep moving in and out of this volatility cycle. Just keep seeking that stability, stability is good for all.
Yeah. So. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to seller wins. I picked out a couple, and then we'll also go to some buyer wins. Oops. Come on, MLS, get it together. All right, there we go. So we're going to 3200 Windsor Avenue. Darren, I think we picked this out when it was inactive. List price, $1,899,000. Sold price, a whopping $2,500,000. Or was it? No. Yeah. For a $601,000 increase. That's 132% of the list price. Days on market 10. Let's see what it looks like here. Bear with. Okay. So 3200 Windsor Avenue. This is Silver Lake. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,533 square feet of living space. Sold again, $2,500,000, 5,000 square foot lot. Days on market 10. This is brought to us by Kelly Griffiths and Brandon Keller as the listing agents. And buyer's agent came up, subscriber none. So I don't know what that means. What does that mean, man? It wasn't an agent?
They're not a member of the MLS board that they posted it in.
Got it. So yeah, do you remember this one? This was a beautiful home.
It just has a good feel from the start, from the curb, and it continues on into the house and the views and all the light, and no surprise the price went up.
Right, not at all. Great street, mid-century. Everybody loves that. Perfect location by Silver Lake, the reservoir. Well maintained, and at $601,000, do you think it was underpriced, or was this a love buy? I mean, somebody wanted this thing.
I do think it was underpriced a bit. Some people, if there's a perception, it's either intentional or there's a perception of the market that it's softening, and then the really nice homes still sell quickly and are well over. So yes, I would have probably priced this in the low $2 million range, but it even went above that. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a great one. The next one we're going to check out is 1051 North Avenue 63. This started at a list price of $1,149,000, landed at $1,650,000 for a 501, I believe. Yep. What's with the one? $501,000 increase. That's 144% of its list price. And that took 13 days on the market. So let's take a closer look. All right, there we go. So 1051 North Avenue 63, this is Highland Park. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,504 square feet of living space. 7,581 square feet of lot. Sold for $1,650,000. 13 days on the market. This was brought to us by Deirdre Solomon, and on the buy side, Jason Bergman. So congrats to both on this sale. What do you have to say, man?
I'm kind of frozen on this one. 500,000 over. I think that's too much.
Yeah. Well, you know what I put? I put way underpriced. I go bordering on ridiculous, quite honestly. It's a flip. It's well done. They talk about it being mid-century. I guess. Yeah, right? It's a little stretch there. But yeah, I thought it was like criminally underpriced. So of course you're going to get that kind of bump.
Yeah, I would have thought 1,314
right
as a starting price, but yeah, 165, man. I mean, that's about top for that price point in that neighborhood, in my opinion. And I'm not overwhelmed with the feel of the space. But somebody was. So.
Yep. All right. Well, congrats to them. We're going to move on to, let's see here. This is one we actually saw with, was it a couple clients? This is 823 Oneonta Drive. This started at $999,000 and landed at $1,375,000 for a $376,000 increase. This took 138% of list price, 14 days on the market. Bear with me here. All right. 823 Oneonta Drive. This is Mount Washington. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,132 square feet of living space. Again, sold $1,375,000. A 7,800 square foot lot. 14 days on the market. This is brought to us by Courtney Poulos. And on the buy side, Andrea Korchek. So congrats to them. So what were your impressions of this place when we looked at it now?
Well, when we showed it, we said to clients that it was underpriced. That's where we started. So don't get excited about that price point. There was a single feature in this property that really made it stood out. There were multiple things, that it being kind of situated amongst the trees, raised way up off the street, and the meandering path to get up there felt really good. But there was this like large center skylight, which in an area that used to be most likely a hallway, and just brought in massive light to the property. And made it feel
it was a
really
good choice.
Good. I mean, it was a singular component that really distinguished this property, and you could see it right there in that photo with all those skylights. It's great, and that's why it sold for what it sold for.
I put, way underpriced. Private, it was up from the street. Good design, and I put treehousey. I think you used that word. So I thought the outdoor space was good. I mean, not a big house, but certainly had some nice little hideaways outside. So, all right. We will now move on to buyer wins, at least by the numbers. Let's check it out. We're going to go to, let's see here. Reservoir Street. This is 2126 Reservoir Street. Started at $1,899,000. Landed at $1,874,000. And that was, hold on. Was it $25,000 reduction? Yeah, $25,000 reduction. And let's see. All right. Victorian. So 2126 Reservoir Street. This is still Silver Lake. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,878 square feet of living space. Sold at $1,874,000. 7,665 square feet of lot. Need to finish up here. That's 99% of the list price. Took 28 days on the market. And let's see. Brought to us by, we know this guy, Daniel Ortega. How you doing, Daniel? And on the buy side, Mark Gruskin and Matthew Gruskin. So, from the west side. So, what do you think of this place?
It looks like it has great bones. Nice curb appeal. But it's a little off. It's not the cabinets, the fixtures, even the
little hodgepodgey
flooring. They were trying to match era stuff with like the wood trim, but it doesn't look original. So it's just a little off. I think square footage, neighborhood wise, they may have been able to do a little better, but I mean, it's a good price, but that's why I think it's so below.
Okay. I put Victorian. Obviously, a lot of character there. But I put good price, and it does have views. Although the photography didn't really reflect that. The best view shot was like somebody took a photo from their mobile phone through a window.
Yeah, I saw
it's
that.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. All right. Well, let's move on to the next. Okay, we're going to go run off to, let's see, Upton Place, 1310 Upton Place. Yeah, this started at 1,879,000. Landed at, hold on, guys, 1,800,000, a $79,000 reduction. And that's 94% of list. Let's see here. Bear with me. Let's see. Yeah, 34 days on the market. No, sorry. 25 days on the market. Okay, 3200 Windsor Avenue. Oh, no. This is wrong. Let's see. Let's find it again. All right, there we go. I'm trying to remember if we covered this one before. I don't remember. Let's see.
I don't either.
All right, 1310 Upton Place. This is Eagle Rock. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,924 square feet of living space. Sold at $1,800,000. 6,100 square foot lot. Why is it doing this? So strange. Let's see. I swear it's not me. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Let's try this. There we go. Okay. $1,800,000 sold price, 6,100 square foot lot. This took 25 days on the market. Brought to us by Stephen Clark and Ashmat Delawari. Definitely a flip of some sort.
Yeah, this was a build out. Not just, a big flip with addition, probably.
Yeah.
It looks super clean. There are definitely things about it I like. It's a little strange from the front. It just, when I see the two pitches perpendicular to the main roof, it makes me think of a duplex. That's my first impression. But
Right.
it's appealing. I see it.
Yeah. Would you
Yeah.
say somebody got a good deal here? Of sorts.
It looks like a well-built house with some nice architectural features and some flat land that's usable. I would say they did.
So my question here was, so I wrote, flip, well done, and I put price did not shoot up as maybe they had hoped. I don't know. I mean, prices have gone really crazy in Eagle Rock. I don't know what they were hoping for, but I think it was a good price.
And these little movements up and down, it's sometimes you can just go to market at the wrong time. Maybe they went to market when the rate spiked.
Yeah.
Who knows? What you tend to see with some of these flippers, if you go to market and they're not getting the answer they want, is they pull it and relist it. You know, we definitely see that periodically. Don't know if that was done here, but obviously they got a good enough number to make it work for them and get it sold.
Well, right, yeah, that's the other part of it, right? If you're a flipper, you just want to keep moving. You're paying heavy money for all this, so. All right, we're going to go off to 2376 Las Colinas Avenue. List price $1,600,000. Landed at $1,511,000 for an $89,000 reduction. Very interesting, this one. Let me get the pictures moving. 94% of list price, 34 days on the market to get this sold. This again is Eagle Rock, 2376 Las Colinas Avenue, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,368 square feet of living space. Sold for $1,511,000, almost 10,000 square foot lot. 34 days on the market. Brought to us by, let's see here, Dylan Carter and Sherry Bright on the listing side, and on the buyer's side, Thais, Alberto, and Tracy Doe. So I can read the description a bit, but what do you think of this, man? It was kind of an unusual one.
Well, it's interesting. If you run through the photos at the end, they're selling it as a build out.
Right.
It's a big lot, and houses up around there have been pushing big numbers, 3 million range on those big lots. So it's there if you want to invest it. Certainly, the house itself, as far as what it would sell for, I think 1.5 was a good price if you're buying it to live in it.
I think so too.
I think the finishes are like, it's amazing how often lesser experienced people have issues with paint, sheen, simple as that may seem. It looks like there's a lot of original woodwork in here, and that's beautiful wood. But the fact that it's painted in a high gloss paint makes it look terrible.
Yeah, you're right.
Tell you how often that just, it would have looked so
Seems
much
to bug you.
warmer and comforting, and it lost all of the warmth as soon as you put the high sheen on it. Yes, it does bug me, Joe.
A really good point.
So from the house itself,
you know,
yeah.
Oh, I was just going to say, you know, just as you were saying, they presented it a couple different ways here. So let's see. It's an opportunity for a growing family, a retirement option for others, a great investment, or the perfect site to redevelop your dream home. So, they kind of threw a couple different throws there.
Sometimes it doesn't help to create so many options.
Right? You're kind of confusing. Yeah. I just put down many choices. Redevelop. I mean, there is the option of the ADUs in the garage and elsewhere because it's a big lot. But again, maybe didn't shoot up as much as they had hoped. So good price. Yeah, cool. Definitely good price. Cool. All right. Well, we will move on now to actives. Let's see. What do you see out there in the world?
115 East Avenue 35.
Hold on here, man. There we go. Say it again. I'm sorry.
115 East Avenue 35.
Right. There it is. Okay. Oh, this looks kind of nice. Hold on.
Super nice.
Yeah. Okay. Pictures are running. This is 115 East Avenue 35, Montecito Heights. 5 bedroom, 5 baths. My God, 3,186 square feet of living space for a wonderful price of $998,000. It will be an open house on 7/15, 2 to 4 p.m. That is Saturday. And let's see here, 7 days on the market so far. And brought to us by Richard Michelovsky and Tracy Dove and Alex Brunkhorst. Takes 3 agents to get this sold. All right. What do you think, man?
It's not Montecito Heights. I'll start there.
Okay.
They're just they're borrowing from another neighborhood. It's Lincoln Heights, and it's in a little bit of an industrial transition area from Lincoln Heights into.
Yeah, I see the 110.
Yeah, into Mount Washington pocket. So I think neighborhood is the hurdle, but the house looks great, and it's enormous. It's heavily underpriced. Even with being where it's at, there are a lot of urban people in these neighborhoods that can still handle transitional spaces neighborhood-wise because the house looks fantastic. So, well underpriced. If you're interested in going to see it, be aware that the price will go up.
Yeah. You know, I'm looking at the borders here between Lincoln Heights and Montecito Heights. It is the last street. It is right there at the border. I'm also seeing across the street is an elementary school, Hillside. So you're going to have to get used to that maybe.
Yeah. So. If you're going to be across from a school, elementary is the easiest.
Yeah, I imagine so. All right. Let's keep going. What do you got?
3209 Dorchester Avenue.
Dorchester Ave. Okay. All right. Is that Highland Park? Okay.
This is El Sereno.
Oh. Hold on. Okay, pictures are moving. 3209 Dorchester Avenue.
Yep.
90032 El Sereno. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,450 square feet of living space. It's listed at $999,000. It's a 5,000 square foot lot. 7 days on the market so far. And let's see here. This is brought to us by Christopher Ryder. So congrats to him. What do you think?
Love it. Great house.
Right?
You know, with a lot of our clients, it's will you transition to El Sereno? Do you have the amenities you want, the activity you want, the walkability? But it's a great house for this price.
Yeah.
It should sell fast.
Some really nice touches there. Very tasteful. Yeah.
Yep.
Good for them.
All right. I got one more for you. And I'm going on the value end throughout here. 812 North Avenue 64.
812 North Avenue 64. All right. And this is Highland Park, I think.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Oh, interesting. All right. Okay, 812 North Avenue 64, Highland Park, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,097 square feet of living space for a good price, $880,000. Lot size 4,497 square feet of lot, and Saturday, Sunday opens Saturday 11 to 1, Sunday 1 to 4. 1 day on the market only, and this is brought to us by Cesar Carrillo. Congrats to Caesar. What do you think?
Yeah, well priced.
Yeah.
Good neighborhood. A little too much wood, definitely. I mean, that could be fixed with some paint. You don't have to gut it and drywall it. That alone will make it a little less woodsy.
Yeah.
And detached structure, which who knows what it could become. In addition to that, maybe a detached office. Great spot. Very good price.
God, who do we have for this? So I'm looking at the description. He says it is a probate sale. He does admit it needs a little TLC. No court confirmation. Property sold as is. Positioned on the border of Pasadena and South Pasadena. Yeah, it's Garvanza. That's cool. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Wow. Okay. Now, do you think that river rock in the front, do you think this is any sort of funkiness like HPOZ, like they need to keep that, or no? Hard to
I don't
tell,
know.
huh?
It looks newer.
It does?
Doesn't
Okay.
look like it was original. It's too clean.
Yeah.
There's just usually some wear, some weathering. It doesn't seem to have much of that going on.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, great. Any parting shots, Darren? Are we off to our 3:30? We're done.
Yeah, we're good. Yep.
All right. Well, great, guys. Take care. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy it. It is heating up, so hydrate. And that's it. We'll talk to you later. Bye now.
Bye.
Oh, there it is. There we go.